Oh, listen to that epic music in the background.
All I hear is the air conditioning.
Is it covering you on the?
Listen to that go. That epic music means only one thing, and that's Rich Wasilek is here today.
What's up?
And what is he here to do today?
Giddy up.
He's here
to giddy up.
But he's also here to tell us about some mandated. Now we're talking about what a good name for a podcast for dudes. Mandated.
Well,
Anyway,
all depends how you read that in. When you say mandated, not a podcast. A man.
Oh, mandated could be an angry woman. Mandated.
Yeah.
Be careful what you say.
Yeah, could be like
You're 80 something. Quit being woke.
It could be like the show The View.
Jeez. Stop it. Just be you, Paul. Just be you.
You ever watch the show The View? Could be like that.
It could be. Yeah, so what is this that you got? I know there's this. You're going to be featured at the Board of Selectmen meeting.
Well, I'm not going to be there, but
I know.
we got another hazmat exercise going on for training. So, but you want to know about the exercise? What is it?
Yeah, what is it? It's in
So
if anybody cares to read the agenda
What's that?
for the new Board of Selectmen meeting,
No, I said what's an
no
agenda?
one will. Yeah.
Read what?
What is it?
It's the Emergency Preparedness Proficiency Initiative.
Mhm.
So every year, especially now that Griswold is part of the EMPG grant, which I got for the town emergency management progressiveness grant, because I just finished the emergency operations plan for the town and sent it in on time, we qualified for a grant that gave emergency management automatically $5,000. But as part of that, your emergency management people have to take training. They have to go to do certain things. And the EPPI exercise was already required every year. But now we would lose the grant funding if we didn't.
EPIX? Is it called EPIX?
No, EPPI.
Oh.
No X in there. I know what you're thinking, X-ray. But, but the grant and the exercise is great because it lets you practice everything that's required for should a disaster take place. It goes through all the steps and everything. Web EOC, which is an online portal which provides you all of the emergency management statuses, and where you can make requests through it and communicate throughout the whole state on it. Too. So it's really great. But everybody, all the offices, there's what's called an emergency operations center, which we're going to be opening for that. The exercise is required, and then you go through all the processes, and you have all the positions filled with that's needed in the EOC if the disaster got large enough, which goes all the way to a lot of your directors and all the departments in town, and the fire chiefs and utilities, mental health people if needed, for shelters, shelter liaison, everything is part of that law enforcement if it gets large enough. So they all in one room, and they're able to communicate, be liaisons, and communicate and collaborate with each other on how to handle the disaster. And that goes through the whole thing. And it goes from this local to the region to the state and up to the federal government.
Yeah, this is not new. This is something that's been.
Yeah, it's been around for a long
This is
time.
something that's been going on for years, because when I worked for Eversource, I was actually the liaison between the town of Griswold and Eversource, Northeast Utilities at the time. Yeah. So I would go to their emergency center as a representative of Eversource. Yeah.
So it's been around for a long time. It's just we're going to take advantage. This is going to be a large one. So
I worked once as a liaison between the town of Griswold and Dean's Corner Diner.
really, we got to eat.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
You got to eat.
Well, they do have some.
It's important, yeah.
Logistics guy, so you could be the food guy.
Sure.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Are you hungry this morning, boys?
No, I'm just saying, you're pretty well known in those kinds of areas.
Straight
So,
restaurants.
yeah, so you could set up the logistics to feed all the crews.
Just as important.
There you go.
I walk into a restaurant and people look in and they look into their wife and go, Is that Dom DeLuise? is that Dom DeLuise?
You don't want to be Dom DeLuise.
Why not? He's pretty damn funny.
He's pushing up dirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, now.
6 feet under.
Yeah.
Paws up.
Yeah, close up.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
So that's something. Let's talk about since we're on the subject of emergency management, let's talk about the fire department for a minute.
The chicken dinner.
The chicken dinner. That is going to be a week from
the 18th
next week.
The 18th. Yeah. It's one of the largest fundraisers for the fire department because we don't get enough funding a lot from the towns. So the company side provides also funding for certain things. And the company, because the fire departments are made of two different sides. A lot of people don't realize that. You have the company side and you have the town finance side. Yeah. So the company side provides a little extra stuff for members, like flowers should the family member need, have a hard time or something.
Right.
So they would provide flowers, a card, and stuff like that. And the chicken dinner finances a lot of that stuff. So, and it's not a lot of money, but it's something.
Yeah, sure.
So we do 2 chicken dinners a year, and a lot of the membership comes out and helps out. So it's pretty good. So that's only takeout.
Takeout, yeah.
It's not eat in. It's only takeout.
Yeah.
And so you got to buy tickets ahead of time. And you can get them from myself, Wayne. You have a lot. Are those yours?
Too, yeah.
Okay.
Wayne, yeah.
And then you can also get them at the flower shop.
Okay.
Jewett City Flower Shop.
Yeah. Where Chief D'Amico is.
Yes. He sells a lot out of the flower shops.
These are big chicky boobs.
Yeah. That's the ticket booth over there ahead of time, man.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Chicky boob.
Chicken booth?
God. No, he's talking boobs.
Oh.
Well, they are.
Look at Mr. Innocent over here. Looking for a little action. A little less sock, a little more eating.
And then Tuesday night, we're going to be doing our hazmat training, which is required also. There's a lot of required training that has to be met. And Tuesday night is going to be our live practice hazardous materials incident that we're going to go through. And that's going to be behind May's Kitchen and Tractor Supply. So people, so people don't get scared that they see something going on. It's all training.
Didn't you just do one on a bridge or something? I thought it was something.
Yeah, they were preparing for Memorial Day. They wanted to see if the new engine would reach the water supply and stuff.
Okay. I was just curious.
And then police can practice directing traffic and stuff.
Yeah, because they said the bridge was going to be closed.
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah.
People survived.
Yeah.
They learned how to get around.
What's going on with your voice today?
Oh, I've been sick.
Again?
Yeah.
Jeez, Rich.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. You got music playing?
Yeah, background. Yeah. Oh. Just to see, add a little ambiance.
Oh, well. How are you?
Hey.
Keeping people awake to put sleep this morning.
Including me.
Well.
Yeah, where's Mike?
Yeah, where is he?
Here. I made it. It was 7:15. Next thing I knew, it was 8:50.
It's catchy. You're like Walden time. Try and catch up.
Oh my God. I'm paying her back for all those minutes. And all of a sudden, she's not here.
Yep.
So
I was up already because I had a meeting in Waterford. So
we knew you were coming. We knew Kathy wasn't making it.
Oh.
And that's fine with me. I don't get to see you much.
Yeah.
But anyway, Wayne said to me, I think it was yesterday, he goes, so, which Waslick's coming tomorrow, right? I said, of course. On a Friday, it's Rich. It's absolutely Rich. So,
we'll giddy up.
So we got the breakfast. That is next week. Anything else coming up? Oh, I got something.
What's that?
We are going to be carrying, and I think it's safe to announce now, all of the home games for the Norwich Sea Unicorns.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the ones
Look at that.
died?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to actually be speaking and announcing, or are you just carrying it?
No, we're going to be streaming it with play-by-play.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's going to be a multi-camera setup. And the first game is 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big time, huh?
It's for us. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's fun doing, the high school games, and it's important and stuff like that. But we haven't had really any kind of a schedule to do anything other than, high school, as far as sports is concerned.
It's growing.
Yeah. So now all summer long,
wow.
And we're actually doing more Dodd games than anything else.
Wow, that's great.
As far as more than any baseball games or softball games or the only thing that rivals it would be football.
Nice.
But it's a very, very large addition to our programming here at SNSN. So,
congrats! That's great.
Thank you. So,
wow.
So that's awesome. Going to be interesting. It's funny because I don't know, John. Who are you that's watching this show? How's that? He goes, "Who's these people I'm watching on here?" I'm like, "I don't know. Who are you?"
Hello. How are you?
You tell us who you are.
Nice to meet you.
Is your last name start with a TROLL?
So it's going to be broadcast on their YouTube channel? Your TV?
Yeah, on our YouTube channel.
So, YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be on their website as well.
Oh, okay.
But so the first game is May.
Nice. Awesome.
19th.
Wow. It's great.
So then I'm going on vacation. There's 6 games that we're going to be carrying. I'm not even going to be here for it.
Oh,
so you have to have someone else do it.
Who does this? Who's these people I'm watching on here? Who does that?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So you have to have people go and do that for you while you're gone. Yeah.
Well, there's actually one. There's a young man who Dodd has by the name of Adam Plager, and he's going to be going back and forth between play-by-play and color, depending on who we provide. So, have to go ahead and that schedule is to be determined. What the broadcast schedule is. Something.
Wow.
So that's cool.
Paul's going to be doing play-by-play.
Yeah.
There you go.
And he's up. And it's friggin' I miss. Strike 2.
I'd be like,
anybody sell friggin' hot dogs around here?
Give me a beer.
So that's
Sam Adams. Yeah. Summer ale, please.
That's right.
Is there anything that you might want to mention from this morning?
Nothing off the top of my head, I don't think. We had the Board of Ed meeting last night. That was interesting.
I don't know if it was something personal.
Well,
or no.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, just our condolences to Wayne on the passing of his mother last night.
Yeah.
So the thoughts are with him and his family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they know if they need anything, they know where to go. Yeah. So they know.
Yep.
Yeah. The other thing I think we should mention too is we have our QPR training.
Oh yeah,
being done by Miranda on Tuesday. Yeah, it was the 14th, 6 o'clock at the library. It's all about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
the details are on the Facebook page from.
Yeah, they're on your page, on Town's page. We won't get enough people there to.
Griswold Public Health and Safety Facebook page. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
There's some details on that. We're going to be posting some other stuff. I think there's some school activities that they're going to be doing and public stuff as well.
Yeah.
On some other things. They have the drug take back coming up. Or did that already happen?
That happened.
That happened already? All right. I'm a little slow on that. Yeah. I thought I saw another one.
There may be one in the fall. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. Right.
Yeah. Griswold, I mean, you're talking about drug take back days?
Yeah.
There's two
of them. all the time, right?
Well, there's 2 of them that the DEA does. They sponsor. They're actually national events,
mm-hmm.
and they're usually Memorial Day and Labor Day weekend.
That's the
right
one
around.
I probably saw Memorial Days then.
Yeah.
So you're getting back to the QPR. Nobody knows what QPR stands for.
Yeah.
It stands for question, persuade, and refer.
Yeah,
right.
So,
and we teach the fire department that as well. That's all mandated training.
I went through that.
Yeah.
I went through it about 5 years ago. Me and Al Gear and I went through it.
Yep.
It's just a few hours, and
it's interesting.
Yeah,
you learn the fact that talking about suicide with someone that's suicidal does not mean that they're going to actually partake in it. You could actually persuade them to get help. And before that, it was a lot of, well, no, you're going to talk them into actually doing it. And that's not the case anymore. They found that you're actually helping them by talking with them about it and getting them help. So
I just shared the flyer on the stream. It's 3 simple steps that anyone can learn to save a life from suicide. The fundamentals of QPR are easily learned, like CPR.
Yep.
And this is Tuesday, May 14th.
It's great. It's
6
great.
o'clock. 6 o'clock at the library.
Yeah, Tuesday, May 14th, 6 o'clock, Slater Library.
Slater Library. Yep.
And it's free.
It's free.
Yep.
Hosted by Griswold Public Health and Safety and Griswold Pride. So that is Tuesday.
Yep.
All right. What else we got? Nothing? Okay. Have a good day.
Yeah. I don't think the weekend's going to be that great. Well, the other thing coming up is Mother's Day. Mother's Day.
That is Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday, Sunday.
Do you want anything for Mother's Day? Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I told my mother we'd take her out to dinner probably the night before, maybe, or something.
Yeah.
Because I got to work Mother's Day night, so.
Yeah. 2 toughest days of the year for me, Mother's Day and my mom's birthday.
Yeah. You look at it as a celebration of life if you want, you know.
You can, but it's to me, it was always, because she's been gone almost 21 years now, and it changes. You know, it changes from extreme grief to being pissed off. You know, I mean, it's...
You go through the process.
Yeah, I mean, you're pissed off not at... Well, I was pissed off at my mother. I was pissed off at her, you know, because she didn't take care of herself and stuff like that. But then I was pissed off at myself for not doing more than I probably should have. But it's part of that process, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you're sad. You just kind of recluse a little bit, you know, when it comes to that.
Sure.
And then and then this is not like a 2-week process. This is like, you know, over a while.
Day,
And then it was like, oh, you remember what Mom used to do? This is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff.
Sure.
So it changes. And my uncle Rob said it probably best to me. And he said to me, he goes, don't try to get over it, because you will not. He said, you just learn to live with it.
Sure.
And, you know,
makes sense.
Yeah. And this is coming from a gentleman who lost his mother, or my grandmother, you know, so he knew how it felt. And so. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. A lot of people go through all those stages, and that's all. You got to go through them all.
It's hard.
And they say if you're not going through them, then that's a problem.
No, yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, even to this day, Mother's Day will come up. Often things we used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just comes back to you. And the other thing too is Jenny's mother, who lived to be 102.
Right. She just passed a few years ago.
Like 6 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
So when Mother's Day came around, she was 102. So
Sure.
we were doing a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of her favorite things was to go to the casino.
Oh, okay. Throw some quarters in the slots.
Yeah, she put quarter in the slots. Yeah.
Your Mama Betty, she loved her scratch offs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You do a little celebration of life or whatever, and you can.
Yeah.
Kathy said, "That's so cool! Congratulations!" What were we talking about? That not this subject. But...
No, your baseball thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh. See,
it was delayed.
I'm the old guy that got no freaking memory.
Oh, yeah, I forgot too. Yeah, it was delayed.
Did too.
Yeah, delay in comments. That's why there's definitely a delay.
Maybe you ought to take him to the casino.
Yeah. Remember how to get there? I don't. No,
so, yeah, it's a process. It is. It is definitely a process. So
yeah.
Anyway,
but it's good to go through, and that's how you learn. And there's a lot of things that people remember that they didn't remember before that suddenly come back, and they can. Yeah. Sometimes get some happy thoughts. You know.
That was very, very true. You know,
Yeah.
there were some things that you forget.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
Yep.
Something jogs your memory, and it's like, wow.
Like I remember my father passed away. After years, you start to have remember things you used to do and things that happened in the past and that you didn't appreciate before, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I got something to appreciate more.
Yeah.
So,
or you get mad at yourself. Like I got mad at myself because I got angry at my mother one time, probably 6 months before she actually passed, right? And,
you realize
how stupid,
and small it was, and
compared to everything.
Sure.
Yeah. Why do we get into these conversations? When something happens. Yeah. I don't know. Are we? Let me ask you a question. Seriously, like we learned this morning of something that had happened, and do people start to talk about it? Really, to almost kind of deal with what they went through.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think we got to get off this subject. So, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute right here on SNSN. Hold on a minute. Why didn't that happen here? I don't know. Hold on a minute. Give me a break. Give me a break. Here we go.
Empire Tire in Plainfield is the place to get quality new and used tires and good old-fashioned customer service. Did you know that if you happen to have a leak in one of your tires, drive into Isaiah's Tire on Route 12 in Plainfield. They'll check it out, plug it if it's needed, and won't even charge you. Why? The folks at Isaiah's Tire want you to experience service like it used to be and to remember them when it's time to get a great set of tires at an unbeatable price. Isaiah's Tire, formerly Empire Tire, now located just up the street in Plainfield on Route 12. Find them on Facebook. That's Isaiah's Tire.
Dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
City Savings Bank's commitment to helping local businesses fuel growth was recognized by the Small Business Administration and readers of the Commercial Record. We invite you to put our winning commercial lending team to work for your business. Because when local businesses succeed, we all win. To learn more, visit jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better. New year, same problem. These insurance prices always seem to be on the rise. Is it simply the company you're with, or is there more you can be doing to manage your insurance cost? Call the Burns Agency today and let our qualified staff walk you through coverage options, eligible discounts, and other cost savings. You can reach us at burnsagency.com, by phone, or better yet, stop by our convenient locations in Norwich and Dayville. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Yeah, that's we've been playing that for a while.
Yeah.
Underage drinking.
Couldn't hear the words over here.
Well, there's another have you heard the 21 for a Reason campaign?
No.
21 to drink?
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
That's what it's about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of our one of our corporate sponsors here and stuff like that, it's CIRAC.
Oh yeah.
Out of
Norwich.
Right, but they're
well, they're all around,
all
but their main office is
yeah. So it's CIRACCT.org, SCRACCT.org.
So congratulations, you can drink now.
Yeah, but there's also I'm looking for a specific event here. Hold on a minute.
Back on the air?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember the event that's coming up.
Oh, it's National Prevention Week next week.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep. All whack. No, and it's Monday is opioid and opioid overdose awareness week.
Cool.
So there's a lot over the next the next week.
Yeah.
That is a lot of trainings and stuff like that. National Prevention Week is probably the big one. It's prevented by a company called SAMHSA. National Prevention Week is a public education platform showcasing the work of communities and organizations across the country that are preventing substance abuse and misuse and promoting positive mental health. So
giddy up.
But it's not just that. It's cannabis and vaping. It's mental health. It's alcohol prevention. Virtual prevention conferences will be going on as well. So
don't get addicted to stuff over virtual platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can go to CRACCT.org, SCRACCT.org.
Yeah, we're going to try and post a lot over the Griswold Public Health and Safety as well for people to pick up on Facebook.
Right.
But I thought of another event coming up too, is Memorial Day. And there's a parade in town. There's a ceremony down here at the, what do you call it? The Veterans Memorial here.
Veterans Memorial Park.
At the Triangle.
Oh.
No, that's the.
What is that called now?
It's named after
somebody.
Big guy in town. What the?
Jewett?
No. Shit, I can't think of the guy's name. Damn it. Not
over here at North Main and East Main, where it breaks to this
it's
Memorial there, we're going to have a service in the morning, and then there's a parade afterwards. And
it's named after a guy who lived in Jewett City who became very successful in business.
Oh, nice.
And he donated that money for that park.
Yeah, I just can't remember off the top of my head for some reason. But
Fanning Park.
Fanning, yeah.
I was waiting, yeah.
Apparently he was somebody that was very successful. Okay. And he put that park.
I always wondered how it got the name. Yeah.
It was actually a Civil War monument.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wondered how it got the name. That's cool.
Fanning Park because of him.
Yeah. But
I'm really upset at you, Paul.
Why?
Fanning Park. You couldn't get it. You've been here. It's up on the screen right now, everybody.
It takes a little while,
It's not a very.
I'm just sitting here going,
It takes a little while for it to.
And you're fighting it. And I'm thinking,
To me, it's like not a name used a lot, so I don't remember the name.
Yeah. So it's up on the screen, Fanning Park. That's where the event starts.
Yeah.
I don't know. A couple of years ago, we did like PA for it. Last year, they brought somebody with a speaker, and now
I don't know.
I don't even know if they're doing anything this year.
All I know is we show up. That's all I know.
Yeah. I know. So who knows? I believe the borough is on top of that.
Okay. Well, I know like the fire department goes, we do that one. We do the parade through town, downtown, the borough. And then later on we go and we do another, like a memorial service at the one on 138, that cemetery.
Yeah.
And then we go get an ice cream, and then we go to Voluntown. We got like 3 parades at least on that day.
Yeah. Your wife knew Fanning Park.
Yeah, well, she knows that.
She's a borough person.
She knew.
She's a Burgess.
She's one of those admins on borough.
She's princess of the borough.
Yeah. Queen Princess.
Lori Sorter, you better watch out. Lori, you better watch out. Kathy Waslick is coming to take your crown. Here comes the Waslick.
I had a feeling she wants nothing to do with that.
Every time you say that, I find out Kathy is on another committee. So
nothing new that I know about.
You're not being told.
That little girl got to slow her ass down.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen anybody go as full goose bozo as she. I mean, she's straight on ahead. Straight on ahead. So, anything else going on in the community that we'd care to talk about? Because I really don't want to talk about shit, to be honest with you, this morning.
I don't think there's a lot going on, but we think we mentioned it.
How's that for welcoming people to the show? Love you, but
Well, summer starts like in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. What are you going to do for summer? You're going on a cruise, aren't you?
Oh my God! So we're going on a cruise, out of New York City, right? So it's a 10-day cruise. So anyway, Melissa finds, of course, a news story, about the cruise boat, the ship that we're going to be on. Apparently, there was a mother and a son that had to be airlifted off of there on their last cruise.
Well, that happens a lot.
I know, but this was like and it just happened to be all over the news, and it just happened to be the boat that we're going on.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, there's one in New London, right?
Yeah, well, it's coming in. Everybody wants to visit New London. Yeah. It's a destination hub.
Yeah, coming in London.
Yeah.
So when you go on your cruise, you'll end up in New London.
Yeah, you know what they do? They get off the cruise ship in New London, and they go to the casino.
There you go.
Well, all the businesses down there complain because they got all ready. They were beautifying, moving the homeless people to another part of the city. And then they they'll take the guy that's taking a dump in front of the whale, move him to the other side.
No, I got a notification.
Oh.
And then all the businesses were depressed because they brought buses in. They put them on the buses. They all went to the casino. Didn't go to any shops or restaurants downtown.
Oh, terrible. Boy.
Yeah.
Kathy says, sounds like our fire department volunteers do a lot. A kiss up.
Oh, yeah.
Emergencies, trainings, parades. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's true.
What a kiss up.
Is that what you do?
Well, no one knows.
Well, you just dressed up in fancy garb and walked.
Yes. That's an interesting subject. People don't realize how much even volunteer firemen do.
I still don't. And I learn more and more every time I talk to you.
Yeah. Like this week alone, we had people.
Wayne, about what's going on.
We just got 2 new members at Jewish City.
Okay.
Tuesday night. I was signed up. So that's big.
There was a time too where, what did you guys do different? I really got to know, because you guys had to do something different because you guys were sucking wind when it came to members.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden you have a plentiful.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing good.
Right. What changed?
Well,
people just didn't all of a sudden come out of the woodwork, like Horton Hears a Who, and
yeah.
Wow, it's Justin Tucker. Oh my God, it's the ghost at Christmas.
Well, I think we started doing social media stuff.
Huh?
We started promoting through social media. Yeah. We went through events in town. We held the CPR. A couple members we got from CPR class.
Wow. Okay.
In the borough.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they had friends. They brought friends. And we keep putting information out there, social media, that, hey, come join us. You're going to get training.
Yep.
Put pictures up, and not just even training and having fun.
Yep.
And bringing back some of the family aspect, I think, is important too. Who wants to go? You work all day, you have family, and then you're going to go somewhere else and bust your ass and learn and just do education. No, people want to go somewhere else and have fun too, have a family aspect to it. So that helps.
Got it. Why aren't you in the fire department, you old bat?
Too old. I won't be able to lift the hose.
Yeah.
What brings you in?
I was at the post office, and I said, I wonder if he's on the air. I tuned in. I literally heard you go, I don't want to talk anymore.
There you go.
I did. That's what most people do. They turn around and they go, screw it, I'm just going to go there.
But even talking about people, let people know that the fire department isn't just doing business work and stuff. Like fire department's going to be competing in the muster coming up in Plainfield.
Yeah, the 3
in July.
Race, yeah.
They have a lot of competition stuff there. It's a great time.
Toss, yeah.
Chief and I we cooked and we had brought drinks for the kids, all hot, not alcohol. There's no alcohol.
Sure.
No, actually there
Johnny, have some scotch.
It used to be in the past, but now it's kind of gone away because of all the liability, and everybody cares about the liability now. So
giving the kids alcohol?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Yes, we did that a long time ago too, in the 90s. But obviously you can't do that now. So it's a lot of Gatorade and stuff like that. But then we later on it was a great time.
Scott Fire says, I especially like it when hot, bald firefighter stands out in the street and asks me for donations.
He's giving you the
boot. Rachel from northern South Carolina or southern North Carolina says, is your fire department completely volunteer? No paid folks?
Yes, 100% volunteer.
Yep.
Every call is volunteer.
Yeah.
You do get a stipend, which is really not
much. Doesn't even cover the gas, honestly. No, yeah. It's a stipend. Yes, we pay our taxes to get the stipend, and then we pay taxes on the stipend.
Yeah.
So we get, yeah.
But not to take away from the fire department, there are a lot of groups in town that serve the town.
Yes.
I mean, it's not only the fire department, but there's a lot of other groups that put their time into to serve the town or the residents of the town. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of time that goes into running everything. And unfortunately, it's all volunteer. We got to fight for every penny.
Yep.
And that's the way it is now. So
I'm glad you're here because I got stuff to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Let's talk.
Are we doing?
I haven't seen you in a week.
Are we doing breakfast?
I'm sorry, I was reading something.
Are we doing breakfast?
No, I have to take someone for the driver's test.
See, now if I didn't say anything, he'd be going, "Hey, Paul, you want to go to breakfast?" Paul, you don't do nothing. So how about you?
No, I have to take
you and me.
I can go.
All right, yeah.
No, I got to take a kid from the fire. Speaking of families, doing family stuff at the firehouse, I got to take a kid that's a member to get his driver's test done.
See, you guys do a lot.
Yeah.
A lot more than people realize.
Yeah. And we help each other out.
Rachel says, my old department was both paid and volunteer, so I could imagine the funding issues. Rachel has done everything. Mm-hmm. I want you to know, if you mention it, Rachel has freaking done it. Oh, I'm telling you, she has done it.
Oh,
she's been Rachel. What haven't you done? I mean, with all of the careers you've told me that you've had or things that you have done, I would think that the longest tenure you'd had at any organization was about 7 weeks. Because everything.
She's 142 years old.
Yeah, I know. My God. I don't think I've ever heard anybody that has done as much as Rachel.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy. And now Mr. Rachel says, nope, no more.
Mr. Rachel?
That's her husband, Mr. Rachel.
Oh.
I named him that because I didn't know what his first name was. So at one point, so she, she comes into my one of my friends that I met off of TikTok comes into our lives and our live broadcasts. And he'd be in the background. I'd say, who's that? Mr. Rachel? Yep. So he's been Mr. Rachel ever since.
Well,
so you're going to go to Washington to fight TikTok?
Nope. They ain't going anywhere.
I don't know.
We'll see.
They ain't going anywhere. If they go anywhere, you know where they're going to go? They're going to get divested into an American company. That's it.
That's what they talked about.
Yeah.
And in a way,
it is.
It was bought out and by Trump made him buy it out back in 2019.
No. I'll guarantee you. It's still owned by ByteDance.
The Asian one is.
They still own TikTok. ByteDance is still the parent company of TikTok.
Yeah, just incorporated into an American branch. Yeah.
Right, but it's still controlled by them. There's a group right now. It's actually being headed up by one of the old Speaker of the Houses, and they're putting an investor group because it's a cash cow. Mm-hmm. It is an absolute cash cow. To go ahead and to purchase it, and that's what they're looking to do right now. Okay, so Biden signed a bill on what, the 24th of April, right around there.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, to go ahead and go forward. So what happens is it's got 9 months, so it's going to be around right through the election.
That's what they're worried about.
It is. It is going.
No, I said that's what they're worried about.
Yeah, the earliest that it can get banned is like February of 2025. But then if there's movement or whatever to, like I said, divest into an American-owned company, then they could get a 90-day extension. And then don't forget, all of the filings that TikTok will make. Like right now, they made one recently. Right. So it's going to be years. So it's not anything. So just do your own thing, So all the people that are freaking out,
I'm not freaking out. I look forward to everything.
I'm not freaking out either, but I'm just
I
saying.
look forward to everything, honestly.
I wonder how many legislatures have them. use TikTok?
All of them.
Sure they do.
All of them.
He said how many legislators use TikTok.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, because that's how they're doing their. Yeah, and they probably have investments in it too.
I'm sure they do.
But it's not going to go away. I just think they need to figure out how to stop and it's hard to because, all the collusion and stuff that goes into it is just.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah. So if anybody wants to know where they're going, they're not going anywhere. Anyway.
And they'll just change the name. It'll be the same platform, just change the name.
I think that would probably be hurtful to them because it's such a brand right now. You know what I mean?
They changed it to the mouse went up the clock.
But the main issue with all of it is that all the other countries are dumping. But the real problem is all the other countries are dumping their political beliefs and putting false information, changing stuff. You got to fix that problem because it's going to be on every platform.
It's on. It already is.
Right.
It's already on X. It's already.
Yeah, you need to fix that problem in order.
Calling it X.
I would just.
That's the name.
That was a case of rebranding that you just said.
Right. Wouldn't work, and now it's big. Yeah. And that X is probably a bigger name.
What was bigger than Twitter?
It is. Yeah.
At the time, what was bigger than Twitter? Now it's X. And that was a complete rebranding. Could be the same for TikTok. Could get rebranded. I'm pretty sure Trump did something. I don't know. What's the fight about with TikTok right now?
Because all the other countries are sending false information and messing with the elections. That's what they're worried about.
The biggest, they're calling it a national security
emergency. It is. If you want to look at it, it is.
Yeah, because
ByteDance is a
Chinese owned,
It's Chinese government owned.
Yeah.
Right. Like all corporations in China.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure Trump put an end to that when they had opened a brick and mortar back in 2019 in America. And I think there's a bifurcation between the Chinese government and the new one that's here. So there must be some sort of relinking to that because this was already taken care of. Everyone was up in arms.
Well, I think
TikTok has 2,500 American employees now.
Right, because they had to open a brick and mortar here.
Right, but they're still controlled.
Yeah, what happens is they bring these companies in, and the Chinese government still has their fingers in everything, and that's. But you got to put an end to that in order to. Yeah.
Maybe they're just reopening that case. This was already kind of like already put on the agenda a while back.
But I think what the finding is every platform has that problem because you go into these countries, China, Russia, Iran.
America does it to Facebook.
Right.
There's FBI documents where
they control it.
To Facebook and said you need to
stop taking our info. Yeah.
No, you
and
need
putting
to
stuff
stop posting pro-Republican things on Facebook.
Yeah.
This was like proven.
Oh no, that's very true.
Zuckerberg said it on the Rogan show. He's like, they came to us and told us to stop posting that. So they colluded in it. And
sure.
Everybody just said, "Oh, okay."
They just don't like it when it's on the other
You want to
foot.
talk about a rebranding that didn't really go well? How about Facebook into Meta?
Yeah, that's kind of
I still don't know the difference, honestly.
Well, that's just their parent company.
No, I know, but I don't ever consider it Meta. I always hear.
I know, but
yeah,
but they were going to change Facebook Meta into Meta, and it just never happened because nobody bite danced onto it.
That would be tough. That would be tough to do. It's been around probably too long.
But your wife, who's looking to be queen of the borough, just so you know, says they don't need TikTok to get our info. Everyone's info is everywhere, which is true.
Yeah. But it's not that they're getting the info. The problem is what they're putting into the platform.
Right.
Yeah. That's the problem. Because you put all this information in there, you are changing people's minds. You're changing the way people think.
Every one of them does it.
Yeah.
It's just one of them was
they got caught.
The origin of China.
Yeah.
Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that, people on social media, they make their profiles private thinking they're safe. On different social medias, right?
Because it said it is.
It's not.
I know.
It's not. You know what I mean?
But they told you it was.
It's not any different. Oh, yeah, because they told you.
Yeah.
All of those businesses, you guys know, are the sale of your information. That's
yes,
all
of
sure. Businesses are. They sell it to advertisers. They sell
anything online.
That's why they're worth billions of dollars. It's not because you go on there and log on and say hi. You sign a thing.
They're selling your data.
All of your data. All the algorithms.
It's a marketing
that track
company.
your people buy those. Those are for sale.
I mean, you look at it now, you mentioned something, guaranteed there'll be a Facebook ad or something on my phone in a little while popping up.
Because they sold that information to buyers that are looking for to find. So
they have buyers in place already, and they have auctions.
I met the kid who wrote the algorithm for Twitter that started tracking these algorithms, these your everyday actions, and what it does say, you go on, this little worm goes in and it finds 20,000 people just like you, and it
puts you together,
propagates through the system, finds those, and then it packages it and sells that information to people that can sell to you.
Yeah. See that
you do whatever, you drive a Ram truck. Ram's buying, wants to know who drives them, how can we get them in a new one? You know what I mean? And that's all of your information is for sale.
Yeah, see, that's the real business. That doesn't bother me as much as like you're saying something in conversation, your phone picks it up, and then all of a sudden this stuff is popping up. Like your phones are listening to you.
That's because you gave them permission.
Right. But you unwillingly you did.
No. When you go ahead and it's part of the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right. You don't read it.
It's part of the user agreement with most social media. Facebook being the worst, of it all, where
to listen to you.
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I think part of the problem is, and I would wish one thing, the government or whatever, the courts or whoever would finally understand or agree that people can't read those billions and billions of words in those ridiculous agreements, that one sentence in those billions of agreements that allow you to do this.
Let's see. Rachel says, if any social media was safe, now we got people buzzing all of a sudden. Everybody woke the hell up. If any social media was safe, go look at something. And it's 10 o'clock.
Well, you're awake.
Yeah, I know. About time, huh? If any social media was safe, go look at something on Amazon and then see how your ads get and go along with it.
Sure.
Google.
That's Google.
Google's the biggest,
Google searches.
Well, they're the biggest violator of that.
Yeah.
Getting cracked on for years.
That's why I work my job in the dispatch. Yeah. It's Waterford banned. They blocked anything Google. You can't even look.
Google is the biggest tracker of what you do. They're the ones who are pushing the most sales. Facebook's probably the second.
Yeah.
Instagram's owned by Facebook, so obviously them. TikTok's probably the least, but what I think they're worried about with TikTok is what's being influxed.
Right.
Like you said, it's
into the Chinese government.
Well, not even that. It's more TikTok in China is way different than TikTok here. TikTok in China, the algorithms for kids propagate learning, math. And here they propagate garbage. So,
no, you're right.
So I think that's what the biggest concern is.
And I read
trying to corrupt this country from a 20-year plan. Right?
Sure.
Right.
And one of the podcasts I was listening to was a special forces guy who was specialized in a lot of this stuff. And they were saying China is not going to invade by physically being here right now. They invade every country slowly. And it's not even just Chinese food and all the casinos and stuff. They're also doing that mentally by the stuff they use and corrupt the mind. Yeah.
Massage parlor.
That too. Honestly, that too.
Yeah.
But also you got to look at China doesn't allow, that I read, that they don't allow their people to be on social media all day. It's only from one time to another time. Yeah. Yep.
Excuse me. Whoa.
You want a cigarette?
No. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. The news attempts to change people's minds daily. Before that, it was newspapers.
What news?
There was no news. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Water.
You want to drink it out of there? It's probably still good from yesterday.
Nothing in there. There is no news. It's all fake news.
That's the problem.
It really is
we
fake
don't know
news.
what the news is anymore. Is it real?
Right.
That's the problem.
That's why I don't watch it. I don't
That's
pay
why
any attention
the
to it.
First Amendment wasn't meant to be that way.
Right.
And that's the problem. You give everybody, allow them to all be media. It's not media anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, back when Walter Cronkite was around and Dan Rather, that
Just
was one
the
thing.
facts.
Just the facts.
Mhm.
I'm Walter Cronkite. Screw you. Imagine him today doing this.
Yeah.
No. Look at Fox News, right? How many news programs do they have?
They don't have
news magazines that they have. Come on, I would assume you being in that business. They call them news magazines, do they not?
What's
I think that the news is just mislabeled. I think people have adopted as news, but CNN is entertainment, Fox is
Right.
entertainment,
CNBC and
Well,
MSNBC.
That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the ABCs, the NBCs, the nightly news that they were the news, and now they're complete propaganda wings for whoever's advertising on them.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever puts them. I mean, hell, I mean, if you look at it objectively, the Burns Agency and Paragon or whatever, Burns Agency advertises on your show, you're not going to speak illy, or you'll probably push things that they want you to push. They're funding your show. You know,
you're pushing their business.
It seems they might be like, "Hey, can you promote this parade coming up?" And this parade pisses half the population off.
Right.
Because the advertisers, I can see it. That I mean, it's way more corrupt than that. But from the most objective way you can look at it, it's like, if someone's paying you, you're going to.
Yeah, it's like
we're the most corrupt show on Main Street in Jewett City. I don't know.
I'm just saying, if you look at it like that, then you look at these news where you know pharmaceuticals are the biggest funders of ABC News. Of course, they're going to push the agenda that sells more drugs, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I remember the time there used to be, hey, there's a parade going downtown. End of story. Not that, we don't agree with it. Oh, there's nonsense. They shouldn't be putting opinions into the shows. That's they'll flat out tell you now, like when they're talking about Trump all the time on the news, and they flat out tell you he's horrible. Oh, it should just be Trump did this, Trump said this. That's the end of story.
Yeah.
They're all horrible.
Yeah. All right. Erica wants to know, what's Paul thinking? He's pretty quiet and looks like he's thinking.
Yes.
Well said.
Well, if you look around what's happened on some of our college campuses, I rest my case.
Yeah. Like, to me, they should all be dragged off.
Protests.
There's nothing wrong with protesting.
It's trespassing. It's not protesting. And if I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but if you look at them all, like they were saying, they all have the same tents. They're all being funded by one group. And honestly, I think all those colleges should be shut down because they're not teaching.
No.
They're not teaching history. They're not teaching real stuff. They're teaching their political beliefs. It's not a political college. It's not shut them down.
And you spend $70,000, $80,000 a year to go to a college. Come graduation now, you've spent all this freaking money. And they cancel the freaking graduation because what's going on?
They should be suing the school.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many kids are going and getting the edumacation?
None.
Yeah.
Because they don't get taught anything that's functional in the real world. They don't get taught reality. They get taught political beliefs. I mean, honestly, it's been starting in a lot of schools lower than college.
Oh, no, I've seen a lot of kids. Yeah. I've seen a lot of kids go in and then come out and just see how they've been molded.
Right. Yep.
So, all right, let's get the heck out of here. That's it. We'll be back on
dying
Monday.
to go today, huh?
Yeah. And they came in, I got, that, what you had told me, and it's just kind of just knocked me out of any doing this. So anyway, you'll be back on Monday. Okay. We'll see you then. We probably could, let's see. Mike Mish is going to come back on Monday.
Oh.
Because we did
the real estate guy?
The mortgage guy, yeah.
Yeah.
We did get a chance
to last Monday, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, during
we did get
the
a
show
chance to
closed,
finish talking to him.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to do that on Monday. So, all right. Thanks, Rich.
Giddy up.
Thanks,
Enjoy.
Paul.
Yeah.
And thanks, Justin, for showing up.
Oh, no
Out of freaking nowhere, like on our Randy Orton RKO.
Yeah.